Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to our channel, where we delve deep into the intricate tapestry of the British royal family, bringing you the most compelling stories and the latest developments from the heart of the monarchy. Today, we embark on a fascinating journey into the very walls of the royal estates, uncovering a saga of familial tension, property disputes, and a surprising turn of events that has left many royal watchers utterly captivated. Before we unravel this intriguing narrative, do remember to show your support by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Your engagement helps us continue to bring you these in-depth explorations of the crown. Today, our focus turns to a figure whose public standing has been irrevocably tarnished. A royal who, despite the immense damage to his reputation, appears to have secured a significant victory in a long-standing personal battle. We are, of course, speaking of His Royal Highness, Prince Andrew, the Duke of York. For years, the Duke has been embroiled in a deeply personal struggle concerning his principal residence. And now, against considerable odds and persistent royal pressure, it seems he has finally triumphed. This particular dispute, a quiet but fiercely contested war waged within the gilded cages of the monarchy, revolves around the magnificent Royal Lodge, a sprawling historic mansion nestled within the vast Windsor Great Park. For well over 2 years, His Majesty King Charles III has reportedly been engaged in a persistent, indeed strenuous endeavor to dislodge his younger brother from this cherished abode. This campaign by the king began, notably, in the wake of another highly publicized royal relocation, the eviction of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle from their quaint yet contentious Frogmore Cottage residence. The parallels were not lost on observers. It seemed a clear pattern of the king seeking to streamline the royal property portfolio, and perhaps to some extent to assert his authority over family members who, in his view, had strayed from the expected path. The Royal Lodge, a substantial property boasting a remarkable 30 rooms, has been Prince Andrew's home since 2004, a residence bestowed upon him with the blessing of his late mother, Queen Elizabeth II. It was a place of comfort, familiarity, and deep personal significance for the Duke. However, as the shadows of various controversies deepened around Prince Andrew, questions began to emerge about his continued occupancy of such a prominent and costly royal asset. The king, it is understood, viewed the Duke's continued presence at Royal Lodge as an unnecessary drain on the public purse, and perhaps more significantly, a lingering symbol of royal scandal that he was keen to distance the monarchy from. What makes this saga even more poignant, and indeed historically significant, is a revelation from a highly respected royal author, Robert Hardman. According to Hardman, a former advisor to the late Queen Elizabeth II herself had shared a profound insight. The late monarch had already made plans to downgrade her favorite son. Imagine the weight of such a decision from a mother, let alone a sovereign. Hardman's reporting suggests that had Queen Elizabeth lived for another year, she would have personally overseen Prince Andrew's departure from Royal Lodge. This sheds new light on the depth of concern within the senior echelons of the royal family regarding Prince Andrew's situation, indicating that the move to divest him of his primary residence was not merely a recent initiative by King Charles, but a long-considered strategy, even by the Queen, who had, for so long, stood by her children. Her intentions underscore the profound gravity of the circumstances surrounding the Duke of York. Despite the monarch's clear desires, Prince Andrew remained steadfast, indeed stubbornly defiant, refusing to yield to his brother's directives. King Charles, in his efforts to enforce the move, reportedly employed various tactics. One of the most impactful was the decision to cut off Prince Andrew's private security detail, a substantial expense that had previously been borne by the public purse. This was a clear signal, a strong lever intended to nudge the Duke towards a more modest arrangement. Yet, even in the face of such direct pressure, Andrew did not budge from his beloved Windsor home. His resistance was rooted in a very specific and legally binding agreement. In 2003, Prince Andrew had secured a 75-year lease on the Royal Lodge, an agreement formally sanctioned by the Crown Estate, the body responsible for managing the monarch's inherited properties. This long-term lease provided him with a robust legal foundation for his continued occupancy, transforming what might otherwise be seen as an act of defiance into a matter of contractual right. For Andrew, this lease was his shield, his justification for remaining firmly entrenched despite the escalating pressure from his elder brother, the king. Now, a new report published by the esteemed Daily Mail has brought a stunning development to light, revealing that Prince Andrew has, against all expectations, finally triumphed over King Charles in this protracted struggle to retain the royal lodge. This outcome is particularly remarkable given that the residence had previously been earmarked for another very significant royal couple, Prince William and Catherine, the Prince and Princess of Wales, and their growing family. The expectation among many royal observers had been that the Royal Lodge, with its ample space and prestigious location, would become the new home for the future king and queen consort, providing them with the necessary room for their three children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, to grow and thrive. The king's desire to see William and Catherine in a more suitable and substantial residence was a driving force behind his push for Andrew to vacate. However, the landscape of royal property plans has shifted dramatically. It has now come to light that Prince William and Kate are considering a move into an entirely different mansion, a development that, perhaps inadvertently, has cleared Prince Andrew's path to retain the Royal Lodge for himself. This strategic pivot by the Prince and Princess of Wales is the crucial factor behind Andrew's unexpected victory, demonstrating how interlinked and dynamic the royal property arrangements truly are. Insiders, speaking confidentially to the Mail on Sunday, have shed light on the Wales's new aspirations. The Prince and Princess are reportedly now eyeing Fort Belvedere, a truly magnificent Gothic revival mansion that stands majestically nestled in a hidden, secluded corner of the sprawling Windsor Great Park. This historic property, with its imposing architecture and private grounds, offers a distinct allure. Its very name evokes a sense of grandeur and history, having famously been the residence where King Edward VIII signed his abdication papers in 1936. The reasons for the Wales's pivot are both practical and personal. As one insider revealed, they feel they have outgrown Adelaide Cottage and need somewhere more substantial. Adelaide Cottage, while charming and offering proximity to Lambrook School, where their children are educated, is relatively modest by royal standards. With 3 energetic children, the need for more space, both indoors and out, has become increasingly apparent. Fort Belvedere, with its expansive rooms and extensive grounds, is seen as the perfect new home for them. The insider further elaborated on the amenities that make this estate particularly appealing, noting, "It has a swimming pool and tennis court, and Charlotte loves playing tennis." This detail, highlighting Princess Charlotte's passion for the sport, adds a touch of relatable charm to the grand aspirations of the royal couple, making their desire for a new home feel both regal and genuinely familial. The prospect of their children having ample space for recreation and privacy is clearly a significant consideration in their decision-making process. It is important to note, however, that while Fort Belvedere is now firmly on the radar for the Prince and Princess of Wales, the move itself is not described as imminent. Royal property transfers, especially those involving such significant historical residences, often involve complex logistics, extensive renovations, and careful planning. This suggests that while the intention is clear, the actual relocation may still be some time away, allowing for a phased transition for the family. Meanwhile, in the fluid world of royal residences, another intriguing plan is also reportedly under consideration for the Wales family. This alternative involves the possibility of them moving into a dedicated wing of the venerable Windsor Castle itself. Such a move would place them at the very heart of the royal estate, offering unparalleled proximity to the king and queen, and situating them within one of the most iconic and historically significant palaces in the world. This option, if pursued, would represent a significant consolidation of senior royals within Windsor, potentially creating a more cohesive and centralized hub for the working monarchy. It also highlights the strategic thinking behind the monarch's property decisions, aiming to optimize the use of royal residences for the benefit of the crown and its future. So, what does this all mean for Prince Andrew and for the broader narrative of the royal family? For the Duke of York, this marks a rare moment of stability and, perhaps, a small personal victory in a life otherwise fraught with challenges and public condemnation. While his public image remains irrevocably damaged, securing his long-term residence at Royal Lodge provides him with a degree of personal sanctuary and a fixed point in his otherwise tumultuous existence. For King Charles, it represents a recalibration of his efforts. While he may not have achieved his initial goal of relocating his brother, the focus has now shifted to ensuring the future king and queen have a suitable family home. The flexibility shown by Prince William and Catherine in considering alternative residences like Fort Belvedere or a wing within Windsor Castle has inadvertently resolved a thorny familial dispute, allowing all parties to move forward, albeit on slightly different terms than initially envisioned. This entire episode underscores the complex interplay of family dynamics, historical precedent, and strategic planning that constantly shapes the lives of the British royal family. From the personal wishes of a late queen to the determined efforts of a reigning king, and the evolving needs of the future monarch, every decision about royal residences carries significant weight and symbolism. It reminds us that even within the most established institutions, change is constant, and adaptations are always underway. What are your thoughts on this latest royal property saga? Do you believe Prince Andrew should be allowed to remain at Royal Lodge, or do you think the king's initial push for him to move was justified? Share your opinions in the comments section below. We always appreciate hearing from our engaged community. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more in-depth royal analysis, and join us for our next royal update. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.